is. Oh shoot! Roddy, look! What? Is that fire? Wait, what? The church is over there! What? I'm gonna check it out. What happened? We were performing our nightly prayer when the monsters appeared. I was terrified, so I hid, but Anna and Sarah panicked and ran out. The monsters took them. I'm not a barbarian, Mai. I don't want to burden you. Please let me help. Okay, I trust you to look after yourself with that thing. I could see how much finding them meant to Liliana. It couldn't let her down. One game called World's Odyssey released by Enigma was amazing. Well, truthfully, I hacked it, but it was thrilling to play. Oh. Uh-oh. Was that a confession? Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to the description of a freaking SCP. Or just a very horrible monster. I don't like that sound. The hideous thing slithered in the darkness, clinking together a knife and a spoon as if it were about to feast. About to feast on them kids! This must be what I heard earlier. My eyes darted around the room, spying the two girls tied together on the floor.
Anne! Sarah! Oh, that's them! We must save them! Mai, we need to draw its attention away from the girls! I'm breaking the window! Look here, ugly!
As I screamed, the shadow matter wept away from the girls leaving the hut.
Give Anne and Sarah back to us!
Oh, that's a,
It's my turn!
that's a thing. Wow, there's so much corruption.
Lucky!
Here we go again.
A powered-up Roddy has arrived! Roddy, I'm leaving it to you! Woohoo!
Alright.
Lucky!
Well, she seems closest, so... Well, that sure is some damage, isn't it?
Here we go!
This guy really don't want to die just yet. Execution. Bitch.
I'm inspired!
I don't know how.
Bang! Another hit once more! I might be the most powerful! I'll do this!
At least everyone gets their turn before that thing does.
Let's go!
Alright.
Well, it's alright.
Let's hit you hard, buddy.
Haha! Then I'll kill you!
Here she comes.
Die! You're in the way! Here I go! This is good.
Now we get to see Liliana's next. She doesn't even scream about it. Huh. Interesting.
We'll annihilate all demons.
Handle it, Liliana.
Huh. She's barefoot now. Why?
There. Yeah. Yeah. Here I go. Demons, 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 demons.
Huh? You missed.
Leave this to me.
Overflowing.
It's about to hit us.
It's my turn.
Thank God it did no damage to my.
Lucky.
My seriously took that damage. Like, are you kidding me? You know who I am?
Lucky. Explode! This is my full power! Yeah!
Time to execute this beast. Eat wed.
Swing!
How did you unlock that?
This is good. Bang!
I don't know how they're unlocking these skills, man.
That was perfect!
Victory is ours.
Yay, I did it!
You know, the girls didn't make a sound. Were they... Hold on, before this goes on, are the girls either mouths tied up, you know, duct tape, or they might already be dead, and it was too dark in the room to tell. That's gonna be dark as fuck. That's a kid death right there.
Yes! Oh, we beat it!
Or your friends are on the way? For some reason, the monster screamed out at me.
What's with this thing? It's different from other shadow matter.
It shot a spiteful glare at me, then stopped moving.
Anne, Sarah, hold on. Let me untie you.
It's okay now.
Well, they must be alive. If they're untying them, they're fine.
I can't take this. I want to go home. I want to go home. I was so scared. I know. It must have been so terrifying. We'll get you home right away. It's all my fault. It's all because I hid.
That's not true, Liliana. You did nothing wrong.
But if I were braver, things could have been different. Liliana, don't blame yourself. Mai's right. It was out of our control. What? Mai, let's go back. We're not safe out here.
You're right. Let's just get out of here. Liliana, we saved both of them. Chin up. No one's blaming you. You're fine. Understand? Let's go. Come, Liliana. We're almost there.
Where are we going?
All right. I'm fine.
Huh? That's...
Mother!
You know, if you slap your daughter right now, I'm gonna be kind of pissed at you because, like, man, you can get as mad as you want. We just saved these kids. So, like, maybe you got the common sense to probably let that anger go. Near the entrance of the forest, Headmistress Mitra and the maids were gathered.
We searched all over for you girls.
Yes, we were so worried. Where did you run off to? There was a fire. We noticed none of you were at the church. What a relief to see you're all safe.
You three, I demand an explanation this instant.
Yes, Headmistress Midra.
We handed Anne and Sarah over to the maids and began explaining to the headmistress what had occurred.
I see. How terrible. I will oversee them to ensure appropriate care is given.
Mother! I was so scared!
I thought you said you didn't get scared by anything.
I never want to witness that again!
Will Sarah and Anne be okay?
I will oversee them to ensure appropriate care is given.
Okay.
Well done, everyone. Roddy, Mai, and Liliana. You three deserve a good night's rest.
She's right. You've had a long night. Go on to your rooms.
The maids wrapped Anne and Sarah in blankets and escorted them away.
I'm happy everyone's safe.
How long before you two pull it together? Come on, let's go home.
I took both Roddy and Liliana's hands, leading us toward Wordsworth.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Mai.
I turned once to look over my shoulder back into those deep woods. I never wanted to return. For now, I needed rest. It was a long night. At least I made the right call. Regarding the culprit, I believe it to be the work of a pervert. Oh. Liliana seemed to take the headmistress's words for it, but it seemed all too convenient to me. The culprit created a distraction by setting a home on fire, then abducted the girls. Their actions sickened me. To think you had to bear witness. I regret to say that the forest has something of a reputation for disappearances. Which means abductions like this happen somewhat often, is that right? Correct. First there was the mysterious disappearances, and then we had to deal with the kidnapper. But I knew what I saw wasn't a pervert. It was a monster. Headmistress Midra just can't admit it. In any case, children should not wander unaccompanied in the forest. Therefore, I forbid you from going there again. Now, let's pray and ask for the mercy of Elstrain to protect us in these times. Then our meal will commence. No, Headmistress Midra, it was a monster! That's right, it held a knife and a spoon in a funny way! Roddy and I pleaded our case to the headmistress that it was a monster. Need I remind you, we are the ones who attended to the crime scene. There was no sign of any monster you speak of. What? You lie! Please believe us, it was really there, we all saw it! Dear children, it seems you've built up a story in your heads. The headmistress insisted that our fear warped our recollection. That perverts are monsters to us. No! Try as we might, we couldn't convince her I saw what I saw. It was definitely a monster. I snapped out of it, realizing I hadn't touched my food. I eyed a piece of bread and quickly shoved it into my mouth. Whoa, Mai's hungry! Roddy, I take advantage too. Yeah, no room for mistakes. Roddy's appetite kicked in as she reached for the bread. I wondered how Liliana was doing. Liliana, don't be too hard on yourself. Right, what you saw was horrific. Take time to rest. You sure you're okay? This only further cements my desire to become an exorcist. I'll never let this happen again. Liliana, you're brave. I patted Liliana's head to comfort her. My. I'm sure your dream will come true, but if you ever find your loneliness too tough to bear, you're welcome at my room anytime. Really? Yes, really. Thank you. I'm so grateful for you. What? Liliana, no fair. How come you get to hug Mai? Roddy, when are you gonna quit being jealous of Liliana? But I want to pat you. I want you to pat my head and hold me tight too. Huh? Why don't you hug Roddy too? Oh, life is cruel. It'll be me one day. It'll be me. Thus, Roddy made known her plan to compete with Liliana, which brought Liliana back to her smiling ways. I wasn't in the mood to investigate, but I was too wired to sleep. I couldn't shake the sight of the monster we saw. Wait a minute. That was weird, wasn't it? That was weird, right? I'm mixing up wired and weird. I was wired. What? Before, when I fought the Shadow Matter, I regarded them as simple monsters. But what we saw in those woods seems so real. Almost human. Something about this town is off. I'll snap if I stay too long. Hey, Mai? Roddy? You can't keep hopping in my bed. I cut myself, realizing how distressed she seemed. Okay, fine. Thank you, Mai. Roddy slipped gently next to my side, resting her face on my arm. I felt Roddy shiver next to me as we both gazed into the ceiling. Beneath the covers, I searched for her hand, entwining our fingers in locked embrace. What's the matter? Mai, I'm scared. They always tell us to obey curfew, so it wasn't until the other night when I saw what really happens. But lately, even I've noticed how things are, and we should, it seems like there's something behind all the child disappearances. Sorry, I should have involved you in this. No, don't apologize. I'm the one who wanted to go. Mai? What? Well, this is between you and me. Remember when we got back to the entrance near the woods? Just then I saw something inside my headmistress's pocket. I saw Anne and Sarah's ribbons. Before we ran into them? Are you sure? Yes, I think. No, I'm sure of it. Headmistress Mitra put them straight into her pocket. Okay, no, she took them and put it in her pocket. I'm starting to think I don't really know my mother. Mai, would you ever hide anything from me? In Rari's desperate gaze, I saw her trust in her mother's begin to shatter. Don't give me the puppy dog eyes. Of course not. Oh, what a relief. I'm lucky to have you as a roommate. Hey, hands to yourself. She's finally asleep. Sheesh. But I understood. She had no idea what to believe. This room was a safe place for both of us. She wasn't the only one. She wasn't the only lucky one. I was happy to have Roddy for a roommate too. Mai, we're not supposed to do that. What goes on in your head? Dang, time passed. We're done with chapter 3, on to chapter 4. This morning, like the others, began with a sermon from Headmistress Mija before breakfast.
How long has it been?
Some time had passed since I first enrolled here, but Sanaya's trail was still cold.
Sanaya, where are you?
She couldn't have left town. I thought she had to be here. The alternative was frightening. When I inspected the recent country records provided to me by the social worker Juliet, everything indicated that she was here.
Could she have transferred to another town? It's possible.
But still, it puzzled me that no trace of Sanaya had appeared since I arrived.
I'm coming. I promise.
Huh? Mai, you're spacing out. Aren't you hungry?
Oh, no. A lot's on my mind is all.
Oh, are you lovesick? I knew this day would come. What? Stop pretending I don't exist. One of these days you'll know how I feel.
Yeah.
My, you've been ignoring me more than usual lately.
That's not true. But thanks for the concern. I'm fine.
If you say so, then I'm happy. My, no matter what, I'm here for you.
It's a little early for romantic declarations, don't you think?
I always like it when I see my smile. Just a nice smile. I wanted to brood, but I couldn't help from cracking a smile. Roddy seemed to soften up after this.
Oh my. You're so shy. That's what makes you so cute.
Roddy, put a lid on it.
What?
Many thanks for our meal.
No, literally. I've come up with a middle name for Roddy. Roddy, what? Dollheart.
Many thanks for our meal. Hello, Roddy. Do you have a minute?
Oh, as we finished our meals, we were approached by two of the other residents. I think her name was Victory Millet?
Hello.
And Chitsuba. I ascertained the other girl to be Victory's friend, Chitsuba Eden. I knew her to be very timid, enough so that I had never seen her speak to anyone except for Victory.
What's up, Victoria? That was a formal entrance. Are you here to tell more scary stories?
Damn, when I thought I had it figured out, it's Victoria. Victoria, not Victory, Victoria. Whatever.
No, that's not it. There's something I'm curious about. I thought you might have some information. So, you see, you're acting weird. What is it? Well, I'm just working up the courage to ask.
Oh my god, that's Altina's voice actress.
You know how Headmistress Midra and Headmaid Shizu are always together?
What, are you gonna say this woman's turned lesbian? Or is she bi the whole time?
Do you know what kind of relationship they have with one another?
Victor...
What's up, Victoria?
Victoria's tone seemed hurried. Chitsuba, on the contrary, stood there.
What do you mean, what kind of relationship? It's clear as day. Headmistress and headmaid, right?
No. I'm not asking about their positions. I'm asking on a deeper level. I want to know their history, how they came to be. That's what I'm asking. Victoria, this is all you talk about lately. What? Every student gets curious about teacher gossip.
That reminds me of seeing something. I remember seeing something on YouTube, and it was a story about some school stuff with this guy talking about something to do with school. And he was trying to find out who is his teacher, like, with. Everyone's like, oh, it's gotta be the janitors, or is this person's name? Something. It ended up being the janitor, and it was a female janitor. So, like, their teacher, and the female janitor was talking about how much she loved their teacher. I was like, what in the, huh? That was a twist I didn't expect.
I don't. Hey, Roddy, you're the headmistress's daughter, aren't you? You know what really goes down, don't you? Please, tell me. Like, how far have they gone? Victoria?
Victoria's crassness struck a nerve with Chitsuba, who chided her friend. Roddy curled her lips from discomfort, pausing for a moment before responding.
Well, just because she's my mother doesn't mean I'm her diary. Oh, now that I think about it, the head maid, Shizu, used to be a student here. My, I had no idea. So...
Victoria's eyes sparkled as she inched closer to Roddy.
Oh, so the headmaid went here too?
Yup, Shizu's always been a hard worker, which is why my mother relies on her so much.
She relies on her so much because when she was here, she killed somebody. And she's like, I love it when you do that. I want you to come with me. You're gonna help kill the rest of these kids. You know that girl, Vina? Take her outside. Kill her.
When Shizu was about to graduate, my mother offered her the position.
You kill real good, kid.
She's worked with my mother ever since. That's all I know. Does that answer your question? My, oh my! I have no idea how precious! We love a success story, one with a touch of romance to boot. How precious. How beautiful. Don't you all agree?
Huh? Sure. It's a nice story, but it doesn't move me.
Goodness, have you no heart?
There are people who just don't care.
Mai's a cool girl. That's what makes her so awesome.
Huh?
Fair enough. Oh, but Chitsuba, you get it, don't you? Oh, yeah, I get it, Victoria. But I knew you would. Best friends forever. Right.
She wants more.
While on the surface, Headmistress Nidra and the Headmaid are friends, I'm certain they possess a closeness none of us see. Their bond stretches greater than the ocean, one that will last the test of time. Ah, how heartwarming. If only I could join. Oh, what's the matter, Chitsuba? Sorry, I have to go.
Chitsuba's mood suddenly shifted. With a calm expression, she stormed out of the cafeteria.
Huh? Chitsuba! Hey, wait for me! She ran off. That's so unlike her. I wonder what's up.
Maybe she's stuck in her head. I noticed her demeanor change while Roddy was speaking.
Yeah, you're right. She's acting funny. Oh, could it be?
Roddy?
Hey, Victoria! Chase after Chitsuba this instant! Huh? Chase after her? Yes, trust me! But that doesn't explain why Chitsuba ran off. Don't worry about it. Follow her, and everything will reveal itself. What? Really? If you say so, Roddy, I'll run after her. Man, what could it be?
Victoria trotted away in the direction where Chitsuba had run off.
Oh, splendid! Love is in the air.
Okay, let's see what we got here. All right, let's check on the girls. See how they're doing. And then my mother? Hey, were you listening? If I said I wasn't, would you shut up? Goodness, you're being so mean again. I'm just gonna keep talking until you listen. Let's give up, Mai. Okay, let me finish my story. So my mother... Wait. I felt someone watching us, and I told Rai to hold on. I turned around and saw a little girl staring at us from afar. She's... That's Sarah. I wonder what's going on. Hey, do you need something? The girl Sarah was watching us from behind a pillar at the end of the hall. She was startled at Roddy's question. She fidgeted, quite bashfully, for a moment before approaching us. What do you want? What? Huh? What is it? Her eyes were already filling with tears at my simple question. It's okay, Sarah. What's the matter? Can you come closer? Like this? Sarah tugged at Liliana's uniform until she got close enough for her to share a secret. Uh-huh. Yeah. I see. Ain't no fair. What'd she tell you? She wants to thank you two for saving her the other day. Thank us? Roddy tilted her head and walked up to Sarah. Thank you. You're welcome. I'm glad we could help. I hate this shit. Huh, maybe my tea was the deciding factor to my coughs, because I had tea the other day and I felt like my cough was going down. Roddy patted Sarah's head and smiled happily, but the moment she looked at me, her smile seemed to fade away. Sarah's eyes filled with tears once again. Okay, what is it? If I don't know what's going on with her, I don't know what to say. Sarah continued to quiver, but she gripped her fist and soon found the courage to begin speaking. Thank you. Sarah. Oh my, she ran off again. I don't get her. Maybe she's afraid of you. What is there to be afraid of? Maybe it's her face. Is that right? Do I look scary? Huh? Did that hurt your feelings? No. Then will you listen to me now? No. That was a quick response. What? My, don't leave me. I sense someone staring at me. Mai, what are you looking for? I feel like someone's watching us. Oh, there she is. I turned around and I could see a girl staring at us from afar. I wonder if she wants to talk to you, Mai. There really are so many shy girls out there. I'm gonna go talk to her.